I think we got our team for the time being. I might take Scott out. Oh, really?
Can't go through here.
Why? Alright, whatever. I didn't even realize we had this map system. It's been a while since I last played this. Okay, whatever. So, we got Phobos, we got Scott. I'll probably... Oh, shoot. Question, Phobos. Can I give him... Oh. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, we are absolutely giving him the 4E jacket. I'll have to take it off of him later. Dude looks like a champion. We're gonna need to pick up some more equipment though. Once we got some more money. Then again, once we get back to fighting everybody, we should be fine too. We'll figure it out. Okay, and open. Ooh, pretty. Okay.
Hey, you. Yes, you. Do you have a moment?
Hey there.
Hello, I'm Brett. And you are?
Zachariah.
A pleasure then, Zachariah. Are you a hunting enthusiast, a trapper, specialist in local species? Maybe a strong fellow like you might be a mixture of them all.
Sorry to disappoint you, but I'm none of those things.
Ah, well, my hope got the best of me. I've been looking for someone to aid in my studies. A shame. Sure you're not a hunter, or even someone who'd want to try his hand at it?
Can you tell me what's going on?
Yes, of course, of course. You see, the focus of my study is the planet's fauna. All the insects and animals brought by the settlers that have since mutated, much like our own mutants, if not in a more spectacular way. Now, I've studied the most well-known of the creatures, of course, but I have heard of much more rare specimens, which I would go to any length to study. It would offer great insight into the animal mutations. Anyone can admire their beauty, but what we need is to understand how they came to be what they are. We need to study their anatomy, but they are, of course, rather dangerous.
So you need a hunter to find them and bring back your specimens. I might be able to help. What are you after?
Well, there is so much. There's a black mole and a shield toad. Also a locust I've named Locusta tempestatus, or more colorfully, the storm locust. It's been spotted in the tunnels beneath Ophir.
Interesting. So I guess I can travel back to Ophir. That's really strange. Alright. I didn't think I'd be able to freely travel back there without getting attacked. But I guess I can. Okay. So I guess... Oh, I see. We go up and we loop around. That's how we get in here. I getcha. This is really cool. I like the visual design for this area.
Ah, and here comes the rare pearl, the diamond in the rough that my Nisha tells me about. Come, young man.
Zachariah Mancer. was a lieutenant in abundance.
Then welcome to Noctis Labyrinthus, Zachariah Mancer, former lieutenant of abundance. I am Dandolo, head of this fair city.
Legendary city of the merchants. Apparently less legend than I thought, or been told.
But hopefully as glorious as legends proclaim. Regardless, for all who come seeking asylum, it opens its arms to you and your companions. You are free to call it home. Like all who have come before you, you will honor our only request, that you make yourselves useful to our city. I'm sure your skills will place you in high demand. Noctis' first Technomancer. Exciting. You'll have all the help you need with Nisha and Lucky, who I believe you've met. We'll give you a room to get some rest. I hear your trip was quite eventful. There is something else. I would like to personally discuss my expectations of you. You hear? War between Abundance and Aurora's winding down. Aurora took Green Hope.
Just left Ophir a few hours ago and didn't hear anything about that.
That really surprise you? Your little censorship office probably hasn't decided what to do with the information yet. No. Don't look at me like that. You don't belong to Abundance anymore. The truce doesn't behoove us. During peace, the corporations become more suspicious of us and our business suffers. Our city could even be discovered, which would be catastrophic. In legend, it must remain.
What do you...
No, let me speak. Your welcome here comes at a price. I want you to attack an Aurora convoy. It's right up your alley.
And why would I do that?
I didn't finish. You will do it in abundance uniforms, dissolving the truce. Do what you want with the soldiers, but let the civilians live. They need to be witnesses that will report back to Aurora.
So you keep the war going.
Precisely. And while you're at it, bring back the uniforms of the Aurora Technomancers you dispatch. I'm sure I'll find a use for them down the road. Ah, another thing, much more trivial this time, I assure you. The rover you came in on, I'd like you to move it. Put it wherever you want, do whatever you want with it. Just make sure it's not in the way in the canyon. I just don't want Ophir to stumble over the machine and, as a result, find the road that leads here.
Yeah, I'll see what I can do.
Oh yes, one last thing. My spies gave me a little tidbit that might interest you. Right after your escape, the ASC arrested your Technomancer brothers. That's what you call them, right? From Ophir. Their fate's uncertain, but if I was you, I'd be worried for them. If you're worried enough to want to help them, maybe we can set up some sand sails to get you back.
And your help comes at what cost? Assuming it's not out of the kindness of your heart.
Don't be so bitter, Zachariah. Business is business, not personal. I just thought a few Technomancers on our side might be useful.
Okay. All of these sound like great things, and he just scooted up the moment dialogue stopped. Oh, that's great. Okay, so let's go back up. We got a bunch of side quests. We might have more in the city. I'm gonna pull up the map. I'm so happy about the right trigger to open map thing.
Shifty. He wishes to fire up another conflict, another war. Blood, corpses, misery. Those things follow a merchant of death. We should never have left Ophir.
I would have died there, Scott. I'm sorry you had to come with me. I really am. You could have stayed. But I have to go see what Dandolo wants.
Choice is ours to make, Zachariah. Ours. But I have been thinking, what is Dandolo really after? With everything he does, he has the future in mind. I wonder what kind of future that is.
I wonder how much the dialogue is particularly targeted at each character. Like, for example, how often will characters talk to each other, and are there ways, like, are there proper organizations if I want to have people talk to each other more often? Because I know back in the beginning they talked to each other constantly. Actually, the merchant we're looking for is right here. Okay.
Well,
What does this guy have? He's got sickle, curved dagger, mace, copper staff, shield, disruptor gun, Aurora, master's gloves. Way lower chance of disrupting, higher damage. Interesting. Okay, what about armors? Merchant's overcoat. That's the only thing he has. Alright, this guy's useless. I mean, a couple of weapons, but that's not much. Interesting that we've got substantially less side quests this time around. It's probably for the best, though. Let's see. Can I check the map? That's not it. It really doesn't look like there is much here. So we got to go to the trader and get some abundance uniforms. That's easy enough. We've got a bed. Should consider resting at, but that's probably not that useful. We just saw that merchant. Merchant was useless. That trader was useless, too. Okay. I'm curious about having our thing brought back. I guess what I could do is probably bring what's-her-face with, seeing as it is hers. Maybe she'll... I don't know. It just feels weird to drag such a thing back without her in the party. Yeah, let's do that. I don't know if she'll necessarily appreciate it, or if it even matters, but it just feels like the right thing to do. Not to mention, like, I don't care that much about the science boost from Scott. If we've got a science-related quest, I can always grab him and bring him on board or something. I think that's a good idea. Not to mention the crafting bonus is actually pretty good. Okay, so let's get rid of Scott. Let's add Amelia Reacher. There we go. It'd be nice if I could actually have, like, a full party of 4 instead. I don't know why. 4 and 5 always feel like better numbers. The 2 companion thing... I guess that was the case in Mass Effect, though. Where you always had 2 companions. So, I guess I don't know. Whatever. Doesn't matter much to me. Is it all Bioware games? No, it's not all Bioware games. Because by Inquisition, I think you had 3 companions. I don't remember.
Hey there.
What do you want, human?
I took the rover all the way down into the canyon. Unfortunately, that's where I hit a wild ostrich, and now the thing won't drive. Heard you might be able to help get it back here.
And why exactly would we want to help you? We who are just monsters to you and your kind, even here. One of us was just lynched. And what did your kind do about it? Nothing. And when we are sick, what one of you would help us even in fair exchange for serum? Why then, answer me, would we help you now?
You've got some sick among you. Maybe I can help. I'm sorry. I don't know what's making them sick. I can't help you. Wish I could.
As we always hear from your kind. All word.
Okay. Well, let's help with the lynching at the very least.
You said there was a lynching. Tell me about it. Maybe I could help.
The last time a man helped a mutant, it was only to bring a chair to help him reach the noose. And those that didn't participate watched and did nothing.
Who were these men?
It was those crazy religious zealots who hate us. Believe we have no souls. If we want the prince to do something, we need evidence. Same goes for handling it ourselves. But all we have is the body of our brother. We won't punish an innocent. We are not like them.
Not all humans are like that. Maybe I'll have some better luck asking around. I'll look into it.
Okay, find somebody who witnessed the hanging. Well, I could go back for the merchant, but you know what? Let's stick to singular side quests here. It looks like there's substantially less now, which is kind of nice. Than back in Ophir. But let's do everything kind of in sequence. Back when we were in Ophir, we were just ping-ponging from quest to quest to quest. It was nonsense and kind of a problem. This time around, let's actually do this right. How about the merchant? Oh, hey, speaking of... Sadly, can't actually buy from the merchant over here. I think I might have just robbed said merchant. Well, whatever. Okay, so we've got nothing on you. What about you?
Welcome, welcome.
Okay, ask about the hanging of the mutant.
Did you hear about that mutant who got lynched? I want to know who did it.
I see. But why do you think I would know anything about it?
Let's see.
Come on. You know everything going on around here. And since I'm feeling generous...
Thank you. To tell you the truth, I was there when it happened. A gang of fanatics came to the temple, and they ran into the mutant. They pushed him around for a while, and then they hung him. It was awful. But there was a lot of them, and they were completely crazy. I couldn't do anything.
I bet. Thank you for the information.
Alright, looks like we get to beat up some fanatics. Who'd have thought it'd be the fanatics? Okay, how the heck do I get up here anyway? Oh, maybe it's actually as easy as just going up these stairs. Nope, guess we gotta keep going up. Either that or I'm, like, terribly wrong about how to get around here. Nope, looks like this is working. Yeah, here we go. The city's built like a maze. I don't mind it, though. I'd rather have, like, a giant maze-like city than a small, shitty one. Hello.
Gentlemen, you are responsible for an awful crime. It's pointless to try to deny it. Several witnesses saw you. You didn't even try to be discreet.
We didn't have to hide. We're carrying out a divine mission, and nobody will prevent us from doing so. Not even you. Come on, guys! For the shadow!
Well...
Hey! Get that guy!
Okay, definitely will say extra disruption is useful. Ow. Holy shit, these guys hurt, though. Okay. Can't exactly be as, uncaring this time around. Luckily, it doesn't matter. Ow, maybe I should care. This is pain. Oh, shit. Dodge is not A. Okay. I don't want to use too many of my Healy things. Luckily, this guy's almost dead. There he goes. Okay, well that worked out.
Stop By the shadow, stop! Yes. Yes, we killed the soulless mutant. But who cares? They gave their souls to the sun and betrayed the shadow. And their horrid forms became punishment. Why does it concern you?
Whatever your superstitions, over here, mutants are free. And believe me, when they learn that you're behind all this, I wouldn't bet that you'll get out of this alive.
No, no! I beseech you, don't tell them. Think about the turmoil it will create in the city, the riots. How about raising their doubts over something else? You would be rewarded.
Nah, screw you. You guys are dirtbags. Don't want anything to do with this. Okay. Get this lock open. I really need to put some more points into science, though. For reasons. Okay, how do we get back down? Like, I like this. Oh, there's a staircase over here. I think there is one anyway. Yeah, there it is. Okay, should be easy to get back to the mutants. Let me think. Yeah, sadly, it doesn't look like Amelia Reacher really cares too much about the fact that we're getting her crawler back for her, which kind of sucks. Because I don't know, it feels like she should be very interested in what we're doing right now, but instead she's just kind of a hired goon that follows me behind. Words that follows behind me. Oh well, I guess. I really am putting too much faith and expectations into this sort of thing. I really should sit down and play through the Mass Effect trilogy on camera someday. Problem is, it's almost impossible to get at a decent price. Because stupid BioWare points. Anyway, hey guy.
Hey there.
What do you want, human?
Okay.
Regarding the investigation you asked me to do.
Did you find anything? Who killed our brother?
Let's see. Right on the fanatics. Trying to convince them not to seek vengeance.
Listen, you were right. The gang of fanatics was behind the murder, but you shouldn't seek vengeance. I know that it's hard to hear, but you're gonna start a riot in town, and innocent people will get hurt, maybe killed.
You're likely to irritate Dandolo, and you know very well that we need his support. What happened to that boy is horrible, and they will pay for this crime someday, but not today, and probably not by starting a riot.
That is so enraging!
I know, but you must control your anger for now. The best tribute that we can give to our dead is to build our nation. Save your rage for this goal, and this goal only.
You are right, Phobos. As always. Thank you. Your help has been appreciated. And I see that there are exceptions to the selfishness that pervades most of your kind. We will get your vehicle, but it will take some time. We can only work at night, and the ostriches will have a hard time with such a large machine. We should have it back within 12 hours for you.
Alright, so there's one. And now I can go back and reassure the fanatics.
They'd better give it back to me without a scratch. I mean, with no more scratches than it already has. Otherwise, I'll make them eat their fucking ostriches. After all, it is their fault. Hi, Zach. How are you?
Hello, Amelia. I'm fine, thanks.
Talk about private matters. Nope. No interest. I'm not even gonna bother with romance in this game. Romance is dumb in 90% of these games, especially spiders. I remember you could romance 2 women in Bound by Flame, and neither of them were particularly interesting. It's just like, you saved me, my hero, or you're an evil person. I love that. Okay, that second one sounds a little bit more fun. It wasn't. It was pretty boring. But then again, that game was, I'm gonna say, still pretty subpar. Really, like, thinking back to all Spiders games that I've played and looked at, I really have to say, the music is almost always the, like, go-to, like, this is what's good about this game. And I have to say, music is pretty dang good for this one. Bound by Flame had a really good credits song.
I found you an alibi, but you'd better keep quiet. A second murder of this kind and you'll get hung.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Here, take this.
Okay, well, we're done. And we get reputation for everybody. No, no riot. And I guess we got money, too. Yay! I'll take it. Okay, so next up, I don't even remember what we're gonna do. It's interesting. 1 hour is 1 minute in this game. Actually, it makes sense from, like, a good way to handle a timescale. Yeah, no, that's actually pretty good. I don't know, there are other games that do timescales particularly poorly, and I think this one's actually pretty appreciable. So yeah, we want to unlock this thing. I'd say we should get Scott, but I don't think I care that much. I don't want to switch my party around too much. So we'll just get the abundance uniforms. Now, I'm just wearing a soldier's breastplate, not an abundance soldier's breastplate. I hope I have the money for this in retrospect. That could be a problem, actually. Hopefully it's only just like the basic coat and nothing more.
The most exotic goods on.
Okay, so what do you got? Sickle. No, we want this. So we want mercenary, Noctis, light soldier. Ah, here we go. Full abundance soldier's uniform. And they're very pricey. Is there like a cheaper one? Okay, abundance officer's uniform. Let's hope these are good. Because otherwise we're going to be in trouble here. Alright, oh yeah. Might not be a bad idea to get Amelia something else anyway. Oh. Interesting, the abundance soldier's uniform and the light soldier's breastplate actually look almost exactly the same across the board. Interesting. We need to get her out of that dumb jacket of hers anyway. Look good in the slightest. Okay. Let's see. Go to Aurora's shadow path. Oh, hey, I can get through here. Do I want to? Like, I have half a temptation to actually go out here and just explore for a bit. Nah, let's keep doing quests. I'm sure we'll get another one to send me out into the tunnels at some point. No sense in just running around beating up monsters for no other reason than experience. Because I think I'm actually in a pretty good spot, experience-wise in this game. I mean, I've done every single side quest. I've only ever run into, like, I want to say 2 games in my entire life where doing every single side quest wasn't enough. 3, I guess. Now that I'm thinking about it, not exactly the same, but there was Black Desert Online, which had quite possibly the worst leveling system for... Oh, hey! Oh, that's neat. Okay, so we can go to Mariani's, Ophir, Aurora's Shadow Path. So it's... Oh, this is the valley we were in. Okay, this is cool. Yeah, let's go back to this. Or go to this. Aurora's Shadow Path. Come back from this destination until I finish my mission. Yeah, that should be fine. Hopefully we don't need Scott, but I'll just put a point into science.
Sucks. Butting heads with our old fucking enemies is one thing, but doing it just to benefit that piece of crap who makes us do his dirty work? Shit. I don't like those guys, but I flat out hate Dandolo.
It's interesting. You can see the sun from here. I guess we're kind of in the shadow of the valley, so we don't have to deal with it too much. But this isn't how radiation works, guys. Or sunlight, or multiple other things. I know. I find that the sun's this kind of weird boogeyman that only ever matters very occasionally.
Halt! Don't move. What are you doing? In case you haven't heard, there's been a truce and a peace treaty's being negotiated.
Explain the situation. Or attack. Oh. Oh. Okay. This is what I was expecting. It's a thing. And... I don't know this one. We could betray Dandolo. I wonder if we can, like, join forces with Aurora. I hate doing this, but I think I'm gonna look this up. You know what? Let's explain the situation. Why not?
Death to Aurora, for the good of abundance!
What? Did I do that wrong? I might have done that wrong. How far back are we? Pretty close. Okay, let's throw us back. I don't think we've even fought anything yet. Unless we just screwed up really bad. Oh yeah, we're right here. Alright, let's... Wow, that's a really good spot. Okay, don't care. Oh, shit. It's because it was the bigger option and whatever. My bad.
Yeah, we heard. Truth is, though, we're not part of Abundance anymore.
If you're seeking asylum, I'm sorry, but
That's not what we're after. Even if the deal's tempting, just listen. We work for a guy who wants nothing more than to restart the war between your corporation and Abundance. We were sent to attack you and make it look like Abundance broke the truce.
so why are you telling me?
Because I've seen too much blood and war for one lifetime. But I need a favor. Our backer wanted us to bring back your uniforms to prove we accomplished the mission.
Your employer won't just take your word for it? Doesn't sound like such a good employer. Here, take this key. It'll get you into our stock over there. We always have some spares. You're a Technomancer too? What a shame. Would have been nice to just talk. Exchange information we know about the settlers. About Earth.
Maybe another time, yeah? Thanks for the key.
You know, in retrospect, that was a pretty good option. Alright, so first and foremost, let's rob this place blind. Seeing as nobody's gonna stop me here, I might as well grab everything. I'm sure we've got a whole area to go through. Yeah, I could have fought these people, but why? I don't need to. I wonder what kind of ending we're gonna get for this. Yeah, we've got a bunch of these, like, storage containers we can pop open. Might as well grab them, you know? Okay, let's check the map. So we've got that over there. Assume there's no way to... Oh, it's like a... Oh, it's a train station. Well, that's cool. Anyway, can't do anything with this. We can take the ladder down and whatnot. So we might as well do this, yeah. No, it's like, I've already fought enough people in this game that it really doesn't feel like I really need to necessarily fight anymore. Plus, this might have the more interesting ending than just fighting everybody willy-nilly, as I've done that a lot. Also, they're right. Like, everybody is saying Dandolo is kind of a creep, and I'm like, Dandolo seems like kind of an okay guy, but, you know, I'm willing to listen to the rest of my party members being like, I don't like this. It's just like, okay, let's go with that one. And we just got a reinforced copper-coiled staff, which might or might not be better than the one we already had. Well, that sucks. Well, let's go back to looting everything.
Unfortunately, this is beyond my skill.
No, it's not. Quit your witching. Okay, Vori jacket. Might as well put it on for this. Eventually, we'll get the lockpicking. However, I do probably really need to start putting points into charisma. So we should probably start doing that too. Oh, hey, targeting goggles. I probably should have waited until the end of this mission to replace my equipment. But then again, we can always sell this stuff. I don't know how much money it's going to save me in the long run, but it probably doesn't matter one direction or another. I wonder how many more people I would have had to fight if, what? Oh, there's just serum there. Yeah, how many more people would have I had to fight here to get what I wanted? I have no idea. One way or another, this worked out great. Just kind of a placid little, you know, loot spree. Unless we come back here later. Huh. Maybe we... Yeah, I have no idea what's going on here. Maybe we'll come back at some point. Maybe we won't. Doesn't really matter. We're getting plenty of goodies. And I assume it's going to give us some amount of experience to compensate. You know, for doing the right thing.
Death to the humans! Cain avenges us!
There are troops from Cain here? Then we must fight, Zachariah. We have no other option. I'll explain later.
Okay, so fun fact. We now have allies, and the mutants are apparently angry at us. Well, we've already taken out one of the big mutants. I will take this. So I guess there's our answer. That's where the other enemies are. Oh, these are Aurora troops. Well, that's okay. Also, sadly, I looked it up. We can never go to
Sorry
Aurora.
for that attack. Cain's troops are increasingly out of control.
You're not responsible for what every other mutant does. Who's Cain?
A leader who wants to exterminate the humans. He says it is the only way for us to be free. He is a violent brute, but very smart, too. So he is very dangerous. And he gets more followers each day from those of my kind who grow tired of how humans treat us. From those who want vengeance and freedom. even if we must get it through blood. I do not think that is the way, though. Someday I will have to fight against him, but for now, we must go back to Noctis.
Alright. Well, right, we're not gonna kill him. It's actually been a long time since I've looted a person in this game. Let's see. None of these guys have loot on them. Nope. Okay. And we don't really desperately need the serum. I like how the Aurora people are just kind of standing around being like, yep, we're just here, I guess. Oh, wow, there's nothing up here. Oh, well, that's a bit of a shame. That's okay. I mean, we've already gotten a substantial amount of loot from this place. With next to no effort. Oh, there's one. Well, anyway. Let's get us some Aurora bits. So, 2,000 experience, and got the outfits. Perfect. Subterfuge. Neat. Okay, yeah, so let's grab this too, and I really hope we don't have to walk too far to get back to our exit. We do. Huh, it's interesting. There's multiple entrances here. Kind of really wish I could have taken the train instead of having to walk all the way back. Like, if there had been a way to connect the two, I would have been, like, down to clown, but it looks like not. Oh, well. I mean, it's not like it's a very long walk. It's just like, so why are we forced to go through this? I don't know. Whatever. I guess we can double check to make sure we got everything. But I'm usually pretty thorough about grabbing every single loot cache I can find. So we would have had to fight maybe 2 groups of Aurora people. Interesting. I was honestly expecting that we'd have to have fought, like, much more. Why is that whenever we go up a cliff... What is this thing? Oh, it's a dead ostrich. With bottles on top of it. Okay. Every time we go up a cliff, we just kind of do this, like, really slow saunter. It's weird. At least I think it's weird. Anyway. Oops. Hi. So we could go back to Ophir. Find the bookmaker, kill a storm locust, equip your team with beggar's rags. Oh, shit. I might actually be able to do this. Enter the chapel. I'm really curious if I could go back, because we might actually be able to equip the team with beggar's rags and finish the beggar quest. We'll be going back to Ophir at some point. I mean, that's a guarantee. So we might as well go back and sort of finish off whatever quests remain, whenever they actually, like, remain that I can do them. It'd be really weird otherwise. Oh, hey, and we've got a quest with Nisha. And him, and maybe these guys too. Maybe everybody has a quest for me.
Zach, perfect timing. You remember Abby Goodman, friend of mine you helped before?
Yeah, of course. She really your friend, or all just part of the cover you had going on?
No, no. She is. She's a spy for Noctis too, though. She's actually been working on something for me and finally managed to get some info I'd been trying to get.
What information was that?
I spent a part of my life in a rehabilitation camp after my arrest in Ophir. It was the worst time of my existence, and I've always wondered how I'd ended up here. Who had turned us in? We were just a group of street kids. We would steal food here and there, but we weren't dangerous. However, we were arrested and deported to a camp like hardened criminals or terrorists. What happened followed me for many years, until I learned that an important member of the Vori clique was responsible for the deportation of dozens of people. Most of them were innocent, but a nuisance for the mob. I want to find that guy. I want to know if it's he who got us deported. I want to understand why, and make him pay. For me, and my companions, of course, but also for those poor people who hadn't asked for anything.
I understand. That man seems to be a real scumbag. I'll help you find him.
Thank you, Zach.
Okay, so I guess we have to have Nisha. Let's get rid of Amelia Reacher for the time being. Though I get the feeling... Oh, he doesn't have a quest?
Hey, there you are. Your meeting go well.
As well as hoped. Thanks.
Then let's get down to business. You know who I am. You know my past. You know what little I have left. what are you gonna do about it now is the question. You gonna use what you can against me? Or let me carry on with the small life I've managed to build?
I want to help you. What can I do?
Some things can't be healed, Rogue. Like that scar across your face. I'm guessing you got it the day I lost everything. And was reduced to a sad, broken, armless shadow of what I might have been.
Some things can't be healed, but most can be mended, Brent. Let me ask around. It might be a long shot, but maybe you'll find a new reason to call yourself lucky again. We'll find someone who can lead you back to your gifts. I promise.
I may be bitter, but I'm no less grateful. Thank you, Zachariah. A little show of kindness goes a long way.
I can't deal with it right now, but when I get a chance, I'll look into it.
That's good enough for me. You'll come see me later then?
Yeah, I'll come find you later.
Okay, so now we have yet another reason to go back to Ophir. Which is weird, because we just left Ophir, and I was... right. Yeah, we just left Ophir, and it's like, you know, can you ever go back again? Except for, I guess we can. Well, I guess that's kind of nice. Now that we're on Chapter 2, maybe we're going to be able to do the next level in the arena. Which could be kind of nice. Anyway, let's kick down that that ladder before we do anything else. It'd be pretty dumb if I forgot again. Why is this not automatically unlocked? I don't know. I honestly have no idea. There wasn't any plot-related things going in there, was there? I don't remember there being any. Oh man, that was dumb. I don't know. I hate weird inconveniences like that. I honestly can't. Why would you do that?
Zachariah, what can I do for you?
Let's see. Do mission report. Aurora convoy.
Found the Aurora convoy you wanted us to hit.
Let's see. Do we lie? Do we reveal the negotiation with the Aurora's Technomancers? Don't know. We could just be Captain Honesty across the board. I have no idea. Ooh, hey, there's stuff in here that I can loot. I'm curious what Honesty would do. Let's do it, seeing as it's the most counter thing we can possibly do.
I got the uniforms you wanted, but sorry, Dandolo. I couldn't bring myself to start another war.
That was naive, Zachariah. Both corporations, with or without you, are working on their own excuses to return to war. Aurora for pride, and abundance for revenge. You only delayed the inevitable.
Fine, but their blood won't be on me.
Need I remind you that we welcomed you with open arms when you had nowhere else to go? Fine. Fine. I have another matter that you can take care of to make it up to me. Remember earlier when I told you Ophir's Vori have their sights set on Noctis? Want a foothold in my city that'll let them reach the other corporations? Well, the thought's been eating at me. Makes me sick to think of their violence intruding on this city. Luckily, up till now, it was just a distant threat. Scuffles in our fair city, and the attitudes of some of our newer inhabitants, make me wonder why they haven't already found their way in.
What do you want me to do exactly?
Investigate. Suss it out. You know the Vori, their methods, probably even some of their members. If they're here, I'm sure you'll see them. When you do, lure them out, then kick them out. We don't want them here. Oh, one more thing, probably nothing. I'm sure you're aware the ASC now controls Ophir. And, as I'm sure you can imagine, its constant surveillance makes it difficult for our underground matters. All thanks to new asinine restrictions created daily, like a tightening noose. So I need you to smuggle some of our merchandise in through the city's underworks, as you call it, to one of our clients. And since I know you know them well, it should be a cakewalk for you. And lucrative. Very lucrative. My property manager will give you the goods.
I'll do my best. I moved the rover for you. If Ophir finds the road in, it won't be because of me.
Yes, I already heard. Sorry if the request seemed paranoid. Better safe than sorry.
Alright, we got that. Now let's loot this place. Like the dirtbag I am. Oh, now I can talk to Amelia about a rover. Hey! Okay, and now we have like a ton of quest markers that just popped up. Oh, it's probably the suss out the traders. Okay, makes sense. Okay, let's just keep grabbing things. It's looking good. See anything here? Don't see anything else. Alright, quest it is. I guess let's go talk to Ophelia. Amelia? Amelia. Yeah, I'm getting everything in my head screwed up here. Names. Names are hard, especially when they don't get said much. And the characters have yet to have like a whole lot of character development. It's getting better. And I'd love to figure out what happened to Amelia's dad. But that'll have to be something for a later date. Okay, so what do we got here? Oh, merchandising administrator.
Hey there. I was told to come find you.
Looking to smuggle merchandise to Ophir? You've come to the right place. Hope Dandolo explained the risks.
Not really, but I know Ophir well enough. You probably just didn't want to worry me.
You may think you know the city well, pal, but you've never tried to go through it with contraband. You find yourself caught by customs agents or guards, and they ain't gonna slap your wrist. Good luck!
I know you're wondering about the origins of the contraband. Listen, Dandolo isn't the kind of person who will willingly lose clients. It doesn't really matter what's in here. There isn't enough to put the people of Ophir in any real danger.
I figured that might be the case. I'm getting the impression that I'm acting as a delivery boy.
Maybe you could learn something from all this. Nothing's ever as it seems when Dandolo is involved.
Okay, next up, Amelia.
So, just when I thought shit couldn't be worse. Her engine's been blown like a John in a whorehouse. Gonna need some spare parts now. A stator, a thermic regulator, a rotor. With only a few rovers out there, it's not like you can just grab those parts from the nearest merchant. There is one in Ophir, though. He used to have a machine for me from scratch. And I heard there may be someone else here in Noctis who sells them too. However, when it comes to prices, since we don't have abundance of support, it's not the same anymore. It's gonna cost you an arm and a leg, honey. I wouldn't mind seeing you go broke, but there are other options. Let me think. In my shed, I had a replacement stator ready to go. I imagine that the area is closely monitored, but if you manage to sneak in, maybe you could recover it. I also had a delivery waiting. The quartermaster, Ryan Stewart. I imagine he must still have a rotor in his inventory since I'm not there anymore. It won't be easy to get it back, but that's your problem.
I go back with Ryan. Know his inventory well. Though with all those soldiers in the barracks, it'll be a tough nut to crack.
The final option's a robber I heard of who parts everything he fucking finds. Not a guy I'd want to grab a drink with, but I heard he's got spare rover parts. May have one of the ones we need. And I've heard that he wasn't interested in serum. Maybe you'll have to take chances, who knows? Anyway, it could be a lead. One last thing. I found the tools I'll need. However, I was in such a rush that I forgot to take my serum. I don't have a single drop of it left. And since around here, they don't give away freebies.
Here, take this. You will be able to buy your tools.
Well done. Wow, this is great. You just have to go get me the parts now.
I'll take care of it. The shed, Ryan's inventory, the looter, or if I want to go broke, the merchants. See? I remember everything.
Do I have spare parts?
What's good, Zachariah? Got my parts?
Keep your pants on.
Nope. Okay, well, there's that. That's another side quest. We've got the Vori side quest, and I don't know what else. Alright, I guess we are going back to Ophir. I'm so used to games being like, nope, you can't go back to the place you got chased out of. This one's like, nope, you gotta go back because that's where all the side quests are. Because we only modeled like 3 areas for this entire game. I'll take it.